Damn, that's a big fly, dude, because I heard it loud and clear. He came by and he was like, N-word.
That's not too loud for Anthony Eugenio. We're going to have next time. Very funny. Wayne Russell, everybody.
Welcome to the Open Mic Pain with Anthony and Wayne podcast.
So I got my security clearance interview on Tuesday morning, my final interview with that process, to figure out if I get a security clearance or not. So
I don't like that they...
Let's keep it fucking PG, guys. Let's keep this clean.
I don't like that they tell you the day like that. They should surprise you with that, don't you think? Like the final one, shouldn't they just
be like, show up?
Yeah, like not gonna do it like right now. Be like, oh yeah,
and be like, pee in a cup.
Yeah, pee in a cup. Who are you talking to? Don't and aliens. That's the three things.
Yeah. Anthony really, he's gonna. If I walk out of this without info on aliens, he's gonna be so disappointed.
Yeah, I know. I listen. I know that you gotta like. That's the thing. Like if they were to tell me, I would never tell anybody. So you know.
Did you guys see the guy on the news that said he was like listing off things, and he was like, "Yeah," and then you know, we get the guy on the moon, like the soldier on the moon, and everyone's like, "What?" Did you see that?
No,
I didn't.
Oh,
soldier on the moon.
Yeah, he was like on he was on the news, like being interviewed. He's like, "Yeah, we got the soldier on the moon."
U.S. Army Secretary said there was a soldier stationed on the moon. Whoa.
He's like, "Oops."
Yeah, no shit.
There's just a lizard in the back of the room like, hey, stop talking.
U.S. Secretary of the Army said, quote, "We talked to an astronaut yesterday who's on the moon who's a soldier." 5 hours ago, this article. Whoa.
Jesus. Wow.
I don't know nothing about this.
Ingo Swann.
Yeah, of course you don't.
You better know by fucking Tuesday.
I'm going to be vetted in 4 days.
I love that I was like, guys, let's keep it clean, and you immediately went to what's to do with aliens.
That's clean. He didn't fuck anybody up there. There was no anal. There was no C word. There was no F slur. That was clean.
I'm proud of you for saying F slur.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to make of anybody saying fucking anything anymore, because the world is lived on Twitter now, and I can't tell if Kanye's a Nazi or if he's awesome. What is he now?
What is the platform of choice for the up and comers, Jeremy?
Platform Instagram.
It is Instagram. I can't figure that out.
It's not X. It's not Snap. It's got to be it's not Facebook. You can't figure out Instagram?
I mean, you can post pictures and have music, right? Like, what else do you put? Somebody has
stories
to actively click. Somebody has to actively click in the bottom for the text to read it, right? It's not like shoved in their face like a verbal bukkake when you're on Facebook. They have to scroll through all the shit.
For like the captions and stuff, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yes, the real benefit there, I believe, is the what do they call it? Stories or shorts, whatever their word for it is.
Yeah, nobody has an attention span anymore, so
you'd be surprised at the views things are getting there. I mean, we got like 600, 700 views on our most recent, consistently.
I'm gonna believe you.
Cool.
This is why we hired you for $0 a week.
Cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna let you know we got about 700 views on consistently on the story, and not even like ones with like content, just like the ones where it's just like the clip art of the video.
Yeah, we have to get better at that. We have to figure out what's funny about this.
Yeah, we can meet another time off air.
Yeah.
It's my fucking clip art, baby. It's my crazy King of the Hill memes.
It doesn't hurt. I'm gonna be honest.
That was my favorite cover. Your King of the Hill one.
Yeah.
I've considered actually printing that and putting it on the wall. I love that one so
much. That was a pretty good one. I didn't make one for the last episode because I hate it and you guys, but it was it was fun.
Yeah, that one or the
I'm not doing anything.
I hate this podcast. The Sister Wives one was pretty good.
That was a good one.
Got me in a little trouble there, but yeah, that was pretty good.
Did it?
A little bit. But we can move on.
Okay. Right.
We'll talk off air.
Yeah, I love making memes that are what's the word? Inappropriate for other
offensive?
people. Yeah, offensive. And as long as it's not
well, like the Bill Cosby and the Cosmos. just like very lightly. Like we had one where Bill Cosby was like,
Oh, it was the Jaws
very
one.
light. He was see through, and you could just see him watching over us.
Oh, yeah. We've done Cosby in a
That's such
couple
a good
fucking
one.
ones.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, Cosby's been on covers more than you, Jeremy, I think.
My favorite thing was this was back when we did like our top. We had a consensus top 10 or top 5 comedians.
I mean, that was a
Because
dumb
Bill
word to
Cosby
say
was in,
consensus.
like my top. Like he wasn't number 1, but he was like 3. He made it in there, and Anthony put it in the thumbnail, and some bitch was like, "Bull fucking Cosby, blah, 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 I don't get laid." And I had to say, "Did you listen to the podcast?" And she goes, "No, admittedly I didn't." And I said, "Well, if you listen to the podcast, I would tell you that the stuff that came out of his mouth was hilarious, and the stuff that went into it was not." Or other way around, yeah, I guess. You know what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
That's a funny bit right there, as far as I'm concerned. It's a good piece of business.
He didn't put anything in his mouth. It was other people's. But you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pudding.
But she was very
Tons of
angry
pudding.
about that.
Pudding, yeah.
Thumbnail. What's up?
Would he be pudding in other people's mouths?
Yeah. What are you putting there?
Oh, god damn it. So, Jeremy, you're doing a show with your boy at Hampton. Excited?
Yeah. I'm amped as hell. July 10th.
It's a cool little backyard area in Hampton.
Yeah.
Where you can get Austin, Texas. They even specify Austin, I think. Barbecue.
Hell yes. I'm going to eat so much fucking food.
Did you
I'll
eat
hit our
there
food
last time,
minimum.
Anthony?
Did I what?
Did you eat?
No.
I didn't know.
It's tough because I can't eat before I go up. I can't do it. And I that one ended, and I had to run. So I couldn't, like... I have a hard time eating the show. I want to leave right away, but I really want the food. Like, I go home and I will, like, it'll look like a bear came in my house and ripped apart my fridge. And I'm like, why don't I just get the food at the venue? And I don't want to wait. I want to leave. I can't eat before. Someday I will be able to do that. I saw, like Katrobis will crush a burger right before he walks on stage and be fine. I'd be burping the whole time.
I'm
fucking
concerned
old
about
are
that.
Who, me?
Yeah,
1,000
grow
year
up.
old.
Come on.
You can do that? You can eat and go right on stage?
Yeah, I'm 24 though, so like, let's be clear. I have some advantages here. But yeah, I'll eat a whole thing of nachos and go on stage. I don't give a fuck.
Oh my god, I would have diarrhea, and then I'd apologize, and then I'd burp while I was apologizing.
Let's be clear. I'm gonna have to rush home for the diarrhea, but I'll eat the food. I won't burp on stage.
Yeah. Nah, that's the difference between us. We got about 3 minutes on our diarrhea countdown. It just clicks down until you hit 30, and then it just comes out.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I'm still waiting. I've adult shit my pants like 8 times.
I haven't done that. I have been sick with, diuretic issues and other things, and I have sneezed and shit my pants while in bed.
That happens, though.
Yeah.
So, what do we count as, like, shitting our pants? Like,
I would say like an adult shit, and Anthony can rebuttal this, but I would say an adult shit is you just can't hold it. You're not sick. You just are. There's somebody in there, or potentially you might fart and something comes out. But I would say an adult shit would most likely in my head be you can't hold it and a little bit comes out.
That's not it at all for me, at least for the 8 times that I did. And I'm the only one with experience, it sounds like, here. So.
You're not. I'm trying to figure out the definition before I tell too much about myself here.
Oh, well, I'll go first. Every year, and judging by my fat face, it's about now, I usually do keto for a month where I don't eat any sugar. Just to slim down the 15 pounds I gain for the rest of the year after that. Mm-hmm. It's a nice little process to keep me from being disgusting. But I get on the line. Anyways, so during that month, I will at some point, almost like I trip on a rock, shit my pants. Like it comes out of nowhere and I'm like, oh my God. And then... yeah, there's nothing you could do to prevent it. It's just...
No.
Sometimes you trip over a rock.
It's funny you say that because I was flipping through like Facebook Reels or something today, and this is an old episode, but the Two Bears, One Cave, where Bert is in mid-sentence and he just like goes, "Whoo! I just shit my pants."
Yeah, that's what it's like. That's he's in keto. That's exactly what it is. He just started.
You laughed too hard.
Yeah, it could be that, or sometimes it could be, you see like a butterfly and you're like, oh, I shit my pants. Like it's just
So
you can't
within
know
the
what does it.
within the past 3 months, I've done it twice. If we're being honest with you.
Oh.
So I got an aggressive guys. It was almost today. I rented a U-Haul truck and I was speeding home in this U-Haul. It was bad. I did it. It was one of those ones where it's like. So like I pull up like a video. This is dirty talk at this point. We can cut it if we need to. But I'll like pull up a video when I'm like just chilling in the bathroom. I didn't even have TikTok open. Like I just immediately was like, this is a problem. But no, within the past 2 months, I'll just like be walking Teddy, and then I just like keep pulls, and like I gotta pull him back quick, and just that motion is like that's enough. And then I'm like, this walk is done. We're going home. We're showering.
Into a salad, bud.
Yeah, people are. This is here's a weird dichotomy. Ready for this? People are much less likely to talk to them, like to entertain themselves in public. They'd rather do it on their phones. But when you shit, like the opposite happens. They become so expressive. They want to watch videos and all this kind of shit. It's just like the opposite thing happens. It's so weird because I don't know. You speak for you, Wayne, but I shit when I go. It's business. It's like, there's a protocol, there's an execution, and there's a timeline to hit. There's no reading. Reading is crazy to me.
That depends on where where are you?
Anywhere I shit, it's an emergency
home game?
and a catastrophe.
No, if I'm home, it is the longest possible.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's a home game. Come on.
That's how Elvis died.
I have a kid.
That's how Elvis died.
I'm just like, I'm sitting in here. I'm going to do as much time as possible. I hear the knocks at the door. I see the little fingers underneath. Get the fuck out of here! I'm shitting. And I'm playing, Candy Crush, whatever the hell is going on. It's just enough to get away from.
You're gonna get hemorrhoids. That's how you get hemorrhoids.
So how many bathrooms do y'all have? I think this is the key problem here.
I have a full bath, and then I have what's called a secret shitter.
That's 1.5 bath, I think.
That's what that's called.
It's like a 1 1/4 bath. I think what it was, it's basically was a coat closet, and the guy that lived here at some point said, "I'm not fucking walking downstairs to take a shit." He put a toilet in the back and a sink on the side, and when Jeremy, I swear to God, when I sit on this toilet, my knees touch the wall.
Okay, it's like a phone booth.
My
I've
elbow
heard
touches
of this,
one wall, my other elbow touches the other.
Oh my God. It's like shitting in a vacuum.
It is, but it is the most comfy. It's like being in a womb. Really, what it is. I'm in a womb while taking a shit.
Wayne's got a weighted blanket while he's taking a poop.
It's so good. But I call it the secret shitter because you wouldn't think it's a bathroom when you open the door. You're like, this is where coats go. Nope.
I want to hear Anthony's. I want to hear Anthony's reply. Remind me to come back to a bathroom without a sink, though, please.
I have 3 bathrooms.
Oh shit! Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Kennedy. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Robert F. Kennedy over here.
He is counting his kitchen sink as
4 bathrooms.
So I got one to myself, which is great. So because then I can just spend all the time I want. I went to the doctor yesterday, getting routine STD testing, as everyone should.
Yeah, I mean, as fucking you definitely should. You should have a stack like those porn stars.
No shit.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. They're like, oh, Thickie's back in for a visit. Come in, Thickie. Oh, you're still sharing Thickie. Come on in.
I cannot wait to answer all these questions on Tuesday.
Excuse me, Jeremy, who is Thickie? And can you please explain Thickie? Yes, I have a large penis that I share with the world.
Oh man, I gotta.
Somebody at NASA probably most certainly knows who Anthony is. Especially when we did those alien episodes back in the day when we talked about Hillary Clinton killing all those bitches.
She definitely killed aliens.
She definitely killed a lot of people.
I'll make sure to ask on Tuesday.
Them to shoot themselves in the back of the head with a shotgun. Anyway, I digress.
And so I'm getting my testing. You got to pee in a cup. It's fine. I don't know about y'all, but I don't pee like on command well or pee in public well. Like I get a lot of anxiety about it.
That's all I do.
Yeah, that's all I do.
That's wild. But
you
I can't
point
do
and
it.
you say pee, let it go.
So I was like, I finally got a little bit out. They come back and they're like, we need more, and I was mortified, just like absolutely mortified.
That's the worst.
I go back. I pee a little more, and before I can put the lid on it, I drop it on the ground, and it just goes all over my shoes and the floor. And I'm like, all right, this is what it is. I'm going to clean it up. I look around. There's no sink, no toilet paper, no tissues, no paper towels.
Oh,
just a toilet in this room. And I know there's somebody waiting outside the whole time. And then I remembered there was a sink on the way in. So then I had to, like, go back out and be like, you can't go in there right now? And then just, like, grab, like, a whole roll of, you know, like, wrap it around your arm. Cleaned it up and then went to the doctor and I was like, listen, you got what you got. It is what it is. But
he's like, well, you have AIDS then. That's my diagnosis.
See, that's not that bad. Like, if you went and tried to do, like, a semen sample, like, we need more, you're like,
That's the thing. They do both of those, I reckon, in those rooms. And when they do doctor's offices, they put trim that goes seamlessly from the floor up the wall about 6 inches. So what I'm saying is that's a tub of piss and cum. And you can't get it out. It's like...
There was a drain. Let's be clear.
They had a drain in the middle?
In the bathroom?
In the middle of the room, there was a drain.
Yeah,
no toilet paper again.
Oh, my God. Guy goes in there like he's walking in Chernobyl with the fucking water thing after you go in there.
You know, somebody has to clean those. It's like...
I know. I felt so bad. Once we cut, let me tell you the second half of this story.
That's got to be like walking into, like an Auschwitz bathroom. You're like, so...
Jesus Christ.
Anthony, you're the only one who can't complain about that one. I just walk in, I'm like, it smells like gas in here. Jesus. It's all the way in the back of them. He's like, keep going. It's a little warm in here, but...
All right. Well, that's how you transition. Holy shit.
So you lose a security clearance.
I went to a carnival last night.
Oh, my goodness.
A lot of trains involved at that carnival. A lot of people trained into that.
I mean, can I be honest? That was really nice to hear. Let me tell you why. I never know, because I'm not going to call you woke, because I don't even know if that's a word anymore. But what you are aware of how you should act in public. And me and Wayne aren't anymore. We don't have that because we don't know how. Like, we're old. Like, things change. So it's good to hear you say the worst thing I've ever heard somebody say, because it means there's hope that I can still do that. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I feel like,
funny is funny as far as I'm concerned. If you're funny, I don't care what you can make fun of. Hitler, 9/11. I don't care. If it's funny, it's funny. But you just have to nail it. And if you don't, then you don't.
All right. Is this funny?
I'm not saying I nail it, but.
Is this funny? Okay.
You definitely nail it. We know this.
Yeah, you nail it. That's fucking... Goddamn. Thicky the Carpenter, nailing it down all the time.
Listen, everything came back good. We're good. Clean. Everything was good.
Oh, that's good. I'll see you later.
I'll send you my address. All right, what's up, Anthony? What horrible joke do you want to run by me on?
Oh my God, it's quite horrible. So my gay little body thing I'm trying to work on. That's my new little chunk. I'm trying to add on little jokes that will fit around it. And I got one where I think that most straight men think about why they're not gay sometimes. Mm-hmm. Especially during Pride Month. You think, why am I not gay? And to me, I thought deeply about it, and I realized that I just can't afford to see my penis in a bigger hand than mine. Because of scaling, you know what I mean? It's pretty good. Right? I'm afraid, because have you ever seen Andre the Giant hold a beer in the picture? So small.
Yeah. It looks like one of those little cans you would get on a plane or whatever.
Yes,
5 ounces or whatever.
That's what I needed. Thank you. It's exactly. But I'm afraid of offending because I just sometimes you say the word.
It looks like a European portion.
Literally, yeah. When you buy a 6-pack now and it's the tiny ones and you can drink 6 of them in a row, it's not even fucking.
Oh, see, we're striking gold here. This is why you bring up the jokes. But yeah, I'm also afraid that 4 minutes straight of gay jokes are going to be tough to get across to people. Here's my gay chunk. But Louis does every special. He's got a good 10 minutes of gay in there.
I mean, as long as you're not to fucking steal from Katrobas here, but if you're already likable at that point and they're bought in, they'll go along with you for some wild shit. Also, get ahead of it and be like, listen, this is my 4 minutes of gay material. Get on or get off. No pun intended.
And I think this is the thing. I don't think I'm going I want a joke that's about gay just for the fact that that's a thing I haven't talked about. I think it's a really interesting take on it. I think
so, yeah.
I don't think that those two angles have been discussed often because it's relatable. People do. Like, if you like girls, you go, why don't I like penises? What makes it? What makes me go that that's gross? And I think that thought is pretty funny. I know people have done it. Like Louis has a joke about he hasn't sucked a dick yet. That's his joke. He's like, I don't know. I haven't seen one that's made me want to suck it yet.
I saw as a female comic. I forget who it was, but she did she was on a podcast and she was just kind of talking about, like, you know, somebody was like, oh, what does a dick taste like? And she goes, lick your arm. Like, a clean dick tastes like your arm. And I can't get that out of my head. It's just skin, right? Like, if there's no, like, sweat and, like, a day's worth of work, it's like licking like your clean hand, right? It's just skin. It's fucking
You can't
gross.
get that out of your circumcised head.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is the thing, Wayne. You said, like, it's an oxymoronic statement to say Wayne has a clean penis ever. Like, it never, like, it's never going to be factory
It's just
clean.
once every 4 days. Yeah.
Ugh. And
Man, so that connecting this back to when I spilled pee all over this fucking doctor's office, I had to give a dirty sample and a clean sample, and I was like,
Well, what does that mean?
What? Yeah, so that was my reaction. So you pee like half of your pee, and then you essentially take like a Clorox wipe and like just the whole shebang, and then you pee the rest.
Oh.
I don't know why that changes anything.
I thought they were like, you do the
you
first
use a-
half in my mouth and the second half in the cup.
And you use a whole wipe?
Yeah, Wayne, I used the whole wipe, not to flex on you.
Remember Moby?
Wayne's just got a cocktail napkin.
Moby.
Moby?
Obi.
I remember Moby.
No. Yeah, I remember Moby too. But it's actually the Obi was the name.
Oh,
Do
Moby.
you remember my guy?
Yeah, that was your STD doctor.
My STD Dr. Obi. So, yeah.
Time out. What?
Yeah. So, in pretty sweet. In Lawrence, when you grow up there, they have on Water Street, they have the Greater Lawrence Healthcare Center, blah, blah, blah. Free STD clinic. Totally free. And, yeah, exactly. That is killing me, by the way.
So I mentioned this before you got on. I was like, I was snapping at Katrobus's class, and Anthony was like, I'm going to smack the shit out of you.
It's funny, when I showed up, I actually noticed it.
Yeah, but no, it's not just I see people do it and I get mad. I don't know why it makes me so mad, but it does for no reason.
I stopped doing it. You
you
scared me. I was like, I'm done.
Because you were in a room of everybody who would be mad at seeing you do that. All right, Obi. So this guy,
Obi.
I had a girlfriend who texted me or called me, and she was an ex-girlfriend at the time. And she was really mad because she said I gave her a disease in her vagina. And I was like, what? And, yeah, in Virginia, Brazil. In her Virginia, Brazil, she had a virus. And she was dating somebody new at the time. And she's like, well, my new man is in the army. And he has to get tested. And he's clean. And so the doctor said that it can only be and he got tested a couple months ago after they started dating. So that was the key. After he started dating, he got tested and he's clean, which means that you did it. And I was like, holy shit, my bad. So I obviously, so I'm like, but I'm not gonna pay to find out because I'm poor. So I got to figure out how to get this. So I go see a guy. His name's Obi. He goes in. First thing he does is he goes, here's a bag of cock rings. Which was awesome. He gave me a bag of cock rings. I might still have them because it was awesome. He was like, "Yo, man, don't worry about shit. You ever use a cock ring?" I was like, "This is the opposite of contraception." This was Obama America, everybody. This is what you got.
This is Obamacare.
This is what you got. You got cock rings instead of. Anyways, so I sat down, got tested. I don't have anything. Yes. So he prints out a piece of paper saying, this guy has cock rings, does not have venereal disease. Stamped. So he gives me...
Yeah, literally.
So what I was able to work out in all of this is that the only logical way that she got this was that he got tested after they started dating, then cheated on her, then got it, then gave it to her, because that's the only way they could do it, because I don't have it. And so she knows that that's the only other option when I call her and tell her I don't have it. So she's super mad that I don't have it. She's like, no way, you have to fucking have it. So I got Obi, who's awesome. He's called me the N-word so many times. He sent her...
Yo, give me Obi's number.
He is so cool. He wore a do-rag. He wore a do-rag. He handed me... he wore a do-rag and a lab coat, and he handed me cock rings. I was like, this is awesome.
That's my kind of doctor, dude. That's my kind of physician.
It was like when Snoop Dogg pretends to be a doctor in a rap video is exactly what he looked like.
Martha Stewart.
I'm not being
just comes out
racist.
of
That's
nowhere.
exactly what he looked like. Go there, see him. He looked like that. I'm sure now he's a chain. All right. But yeah, that was awesome. That was the best thing that's ever happened to me because I got to be like, like you have.
I remember like
proof.
you like texted me like the day that happened. It was one of the funniest things I've ever. It's funny now, but in the moment, it was one of the best things ever.
It's like I don't know. I can't even think of the like. It's like when Ben Shapiro argues with the liberal person, and he's like, "Well," and he just fucking crushes them. It was like that exact energy that I went after. Facts don't care about your feelings. I fucking love that little Jew, man. He's the best. Holy shit, I love that guy. He just if you could be a person that you can say a completely logical, sound, and intelligent sentence, and everybody still hate you after you say it, it's a pretty special person.
Yeah.
Just innate annoying.
It's half my comedy career.
No, let's go back to the class. So we took a class with Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
And, which everybody was calling him, by the way, there, which was pretty sweet. I was really excited about that.
So on the way in, I told somebody that, and then like he was saying it to everybody, and then it just spread like wildfire.
Just spread. That's a meme right there. It's a mind virus.
Yep.
So we did a class with Kenobi, which is every Monday. People could still go if they want. What did you think of it?
I loved it. I had a great time. I mean, y'all kind of were like the middle ground between. So I was taking the course. Y'all were like middle ground between taking it and instructor, in terms of like being the expert there. But I thought it was great. Learned so much just from watching other people, watching myself. He gives individual advice to everybody. So if you're smart enough to realize other people's advice in you, you can really learn a lot more than you can learn so much. But Wayne, how are you feeling about it?
Yeah, I mean, I came in halfway through. I did a little showcase about 20 minutes away. I was able to get there about an hour into it. It was a 2-hour class. And when I walked in and I saw, I believe the gentleman's name was Mark, up on stage, and just like I've taken a mic class before. I mean, we talked about it before, where I did his hosting class, and I brought it up for months, and Anthony was getting so mad at me because I bring it up so much. But it meant so much.
I didn't get mad. I laughed. It was funny to me that you did so much. Remember, I made a drinking game out of it.
On me so hard for bringing it.
I wasn't shit. I would say take a shot because Wayne mentioned this fucking class again.
It's not shitting on him.
Let's bump those views. Let's go back to August of 2023.
Damn, you remember this
below.
berating.
Yeah, link below.
Hey, listen, you're totally right.
Anyways, that doesn't matter. I'm just kidding around anyways. But yeah, so I took the class and I loved it, and I still pull from it to this day. So when he was doing this one, and I was able to like pop in and just kind of like hang out and listen, he's so full of knowledge. I mean, like he's been doing it like I said, he's been doing it longer than Jeremy. You've been alive.
Wait, yeah, 5 years longer than I've been alive.
You know what I mean? Like he's been doing it for so long. He has a lot to say. And is everything he says going to be right for you? No, but you can pull something from it and better yourself. And I think that's why it's important. And he's a brutal teacher.
Iron sharpens iron.
He will tell you
Yeah.
what is wrong, and that's what you need when you're trying to get better. You don't need somebody pussyfooting around going, that was fantastic, keep it up. No, he's going to go, stop doing that now and do this. And that's what he does, and that's what I love about Mike.
That's what I want, at least.
The first time I did good in front of him, he was like, "I thought you had no personality." Nice. And I was like,
I'm gonna go cry on the car ride home. Thanks, Katrobus.
one thing you missed, Wayne, earlier, which is pretty funny. Have you ever seen the scene in the movie Forgetting About Sarah Marshall when Paul Rudd is trying to teach Jason Segel how to surf? And he's like, how do you surf? He's like, you just do nothing. You just do nothing. And then he's like, all right. And he gets up. He's like, no, do less. Do less. And he does it wrong again. He's like, you got to do less. And then Paul Rudd doesn't move. And he goes, well, you got to do something. So that is a very, very funny scene. And it happened at Mike's class. So what he said to people when they were going up was, don't perform your 5 minutes. Just tell the people the 5 minutes and we'll talk about it as we go. So people, the first couple of guys were going up and they go, well, I got a joke. It's kind of about this. And he's like, well, you got to do something. So after the first three people, everybody started performing their joke because you have to get the... Because there's nothing worse than explaining your joke to somebody. My wife won't let me tell her jokes anymore for fairness, because I talk to her like I would talk to you guys. Like, hey, I got this bit about gays, and it's got this, and what do you think of this punchline? And you can kind of visualize it, but like a regular person is going to go, what are you got to tell the joke.
You know, it's funny you say that because I have a couple people at work that, you know, big comedy fans. And when I'm driving around, I'm like, I have an idea for a bit. I call, and if one of them answers, go, hey, I got to run something by you. I don't have anything for you to do. God. Are you busy? And like, what do you think about this? No, fuck you. So
don't do that to people.
Huh? No, that was it.
You got to do it.
They're friends. They're friends of mine. They're my coworkers. They're friends. And I run stuff by them, and they'll be honest, like, yeah, I think there's something there. There might not be. I don't know. And it's fun because it's a non-comic opinion. You know what I mean?
Perspective, yeah.
Yeah, the perspective.
I know, but that's kind of like how they go after a terrorist and they accidentally kill 1,000 people around them. Like, they're civilians. You don't kill them. Send your bombs to us. Like, we're in the fight.
I got a bit about that that's bombing right now, no pun intended. But apparently people are not willing to laugh about bombing a innocent person's wedding. So, But it's fucking, not to derail, but it's like...
the best place to do it, unfortunately.
So, like, I learned that when they drop, you know, MREs, like meals ready to eat?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the fucking... So they dropped those. Those were in yellow containers. Also, the food supplies that they dropped were in yellow containers. So if you were in Iraq and you were just looking up at the sky and you saw a U.S. plane fly by and just yellow things falling, you had no idea whether you were about to, like, get food or see 72 virgins. And, like, I think it's a very funny premise, and nobody laughs at it. And then I'm like, it's like the Matrix, where it's like there's a red pill and a blue pill, and either way they're gonna bomb your sister's wedding. Like, but nobody laughs.
Do you have audio of that?
I don't. I haven't recorded it yet. I gotta.
So, next time you record it, please send it to us, because there's something there. It's definitely good, but I think there's probably an angle that you don't see.
Yeah.
That will make it funnier if it's not so direct. I'm not saying we can find
I agree.
that, but we might be able to help.
We can try.
Yeah. Get some more.
Those are tough jokes to hit, because I know that the genesis of that was that story about the yellow things. You're like, there's something there for sure. And then you're like, well, the only thing that's there is a really tough thing to get people to not feel comfortable when you say.
Yeah. You're either going to eat it or you're going to eat it.
Yeah. Yeah, Wayne
like,
had a joke. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I thought the funny part was, like, you know, you're either going to see God or 72, or you see food or 72 virgins or whatever the fuck I do. But, like, people, I don't know if they just weren't getting it. But I got to figure out the angle. There's something there.
It's usually the setup that you lose them. The one that Wayne had it was like the gay joke that you had, actually, the gay couple joke.
Oh, yeah.
Being a part of a gay couple. That is a good joke, because it's got a nice turn at the end of it for it. But the problem is that the lead up to it makes the crowd absolutely hate him.
The lead up was way too long.
It was way too long and good.
I actually don't even know if I remember it, but it basically was like, I could be part of a gay couple. Like, imagine being in a relationship where both people could, like, move heavy furniture, fix things around the house, drink all the beer. I don't know how my wife does it by herself. Like, you know, basically saying, like, you know, she, you know.
Yeah.
She's
no, the one that made it mad is you were like, make a lot of money.
Oh, yeah, make a lot of money. I forgot about that. Yeah. I haven't done that in so long. Make all the money and drink all the beer is what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. And anyways, it was a good joke, but the problem is sometimes you can get people to hate you before you can hit to your punchline. So that's a key one to go over.
Sometimes you have to shorten it so like before people can get so mad, they hear the punchline. You know, they're starting to get mad, and then they're because people, the regular audience, the regular people don't understand all the time that there's going to be a build up and then a punchline. You know what I mean? And they get mad at the build up sometimes.
That bothers me. I get it, but that bothers me.
It's true. I mean,
Like,
that's why
it's
the
so
lady
clearly
rushed
like
me
we're
on stage.
fucking telling jokes here. That's true. At what was it, Margaritaville?
Margaritaville, yeah.
Yeah.
I always, every time I think about Margaritaville, I think about you bombing, but like just in the background, the song Margaritaville. It's such a happy song. You did such a sad thing in there.
Just at 5% volume in the background the whole time.
It's just like if you see someone crying when they're holding cotton candy, you're like, what are you doing? You need to address your problem or eat the cotton candy and be happy. Like, you can't live in those two worlds.
How often are you seeing this?
Every time you go to a carnival. Weren't you there, Wayne? Look at the transition I just made. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I was at a carnival last night. Yeah.
The transition from
it's
30
been
minutes
so
ago?
Long. It has been so long since I've been to a small town carnival. Like, I've been to Six Flags, Orlando, like a Universal. I've been to Canopy Lake. A small town carnival is one of the scariest fucking places that you can go to. I got on the Ferris wheel. That friggin' thing had less rivets than the fucking carny had teeth. I'm telling you right now, it was like, and he was missing some. That was one of the craziest experiences I've ever had. And like you go to Canopy Lake, that Ferris wheel is bolted in. Like you're in a spot and you're just. This one had two spots. Anthony, remember when we did the Burren and that kid in the wheelchair? They tried to pick him up and they picked him up by the wheels, the big wheels only.
Yeah.
That was me in this thing. I was top heavy and I just went. When it started going around, I was so scared, and it's spinning you around. I sent Anthony a picture of it.
Oh no!
They're spinning you around on these fucking snowblower tires. There's 4 of them, 2 over here, spinning the giant wheel, and 2 over here. Dude, I'm not like a generally nervous individual, but I got on it, and as I went like 5 feet back, and I saw the snowblower wheels, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking die.
Yeah, totally. You should not be riding those things.
Yeah. Wayne's like, I should have skipped lunch.
Yeah. Dude, it was wild.
You know what it reminds me of is, the Player Haters episode of Chappelle's Show where they go back in time to, it's Charlie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, they go back in time to a plantation during slavery, and Charlie Murphy sees a guy working out in the field and he looks just like him, and he's like, they lock eyes. I imagine that's you in a carny, like you see him and he's just you and you're like, oh.
So we were walking up, so this is wild. So they had all kinds of rides, whatever. They were $4 to $6 per ride. Yeah.
Wow.
So I spent $33 a ticket for unlimited rides for that night. Tonight, tomorrow, you cannot get that. But last night, because it was 4 hours long, and then tomorrow from 2 to 6, you can get the unlimited tickets. $5, we'll just say average, $5 per ride. One of the rides was a slide. We had to wait like 10 minutes to get on the slide. My son fucking loved it. He did it like 4 times. I'm like, that was $20. That would have been $20 for him to go down the slide 4 times. Absolutely wild. And the guy that was running
That's crazy.
He was missing a lower bottom tooth, and he had neck tattoos. And somebody was like, you're good to work with kids. And to be honest, he was fucking great. He was so nice.
He was fantastic.
He was such a good dude. But I looked at him like, no. He had his gut. There was the first bottom gut I've seen. His gut was hanging out of his shirt. I saw the bottom hemisphere of his gut. Dude, it was wild.
So here's the thing. They feel like rip-offs, right? The carnival. All the things are so expensive. All the games are made for you to lose.
$15 for fried Oreos.
Crazy, right? You think that. Yet every single person that has anything to... Every one of them that ever has anything to do with a carnival is poor and has no teeth, they have to not be profiting anything. If anything, you should be paying more.
Well, you know why?
Like, if the guy had a Rolex and he was like, "Go ahead, Tubby, throw this fucking stick in the mud. Here's your Oreos." Like, then I'd get it.
It's funny you say it, because that is true, because everybody running rides looked desolate. But they did have... the most incredible trailers. Like I've gone on the highway when like big bands were coming into town, and I'm like, oh, that must be Zach Brown Band's fucking thing, and that's what they have. They have that shit. So they're living the high life. They're just spending it on the things that degrade their teeth and their gut.
I wonder if they're the truck drivers too, and they have like the best fucking sleeper trucks or something, and then they just have the worst working arrangements.
Probably performative. They probably just take their teeth, like you think their teeth are missing, but they just and they have regular teeth
they
and
just
they're
put in
handsome and
fakes or
stuff.
shit. Yeah.
Like, no one's gonna buy fried Oreos off a handsome guy. You gotta look disgusting.
So Wayne, how good were the fried Oreos though?
I didn't get them.
Oh wow,
$15
you cheap
for fried
bastard!
Oreos?
No, you're right. Yeah, fuck that.
Dude, the water was $4. My son was like, "I'm thirsty." I walked over, looked at the water. I was like, "It's time to go home, bud."
See, that's the advantage I have. I have no real dependence. I can spend money on dumb shit like that.
Son, there's something called dirty water and clean water, and right now you're gonna get some dirty water. Come follow me behind the building.
You want some of Jeremy's dirty piss?
I live 4 minutes away from where it was. So I could have driven home. I could have gotten the 5 cases of water that's sitting 10 feet that way, and I could have sold those for $3 a piece and made a giant profit.
Yeah, and then Jeheffery, the guy who fucking runs the wheel up there, has to sell one of his kids.
You don't want to fuck with carnies.
So I went in one of those. What is the house you go in with all the glass and stuff?
The not the haunted, the fun house. There we go. Yeah, something like that.
So
fun house of mirrors.
We went into that. Me and my son went in there, and my wife too, and we went through. 2 things about that. One is you can find your way through very easily if you look down, and you can see where all the dust accumulates because they don't fucking clean that thing. So if you look where there's no dust and there's no dirt, that's the path to victory. But when
Wayne refuses to have fun, he's like, "I'm not having fun in this."
It's like looking at the split screen when you're playing with your friends, like looking at his screen. Like, don't fucking do that.
Well, I was looking down at my son. That is the thing. Anyways, so this thing you go through, and then you go up. And then at the top, there's a slide to go down. So I send my son down. I wait a second, and I go on it. And this thing had the most tight spiral, and it was the most slippery thing in that park. So I sit down and I go, and it spins because I'm fat and it's a tight spiral. I started spinning. My legs were. I was now at like a perpendicular angle going down.
Wayne learned about centrifugal force last night.
As I came down, I almost kicked a little girl in the head as I was coming down, and then I flew off. I flew off the freaking slide onto the ground. I was like, so I got up real quick because I knew my wife was coming down. So I got up and I look, and she did the same thing. She's not fat or anything, but she was so fast. She came down backwards. She spun around 100% and came down backwards. I was like, God damn this! So for the rest of the night, I was watching this thing because you could see it because it was so high. So it's a small fair. So the whole night, I was just watching people get like eating shit coming down this thing. All the little.
So I think we just found out
that was bigger than Jeremy was eating shit in this thing. It was incredible.
So the insurance is why it costs $18 for Oreos, is what I'm learning here. Their insurance has to be insane.
Their insurance definitely has got to be insane. Oh.
Did you hear that?
That was NASA.
I heard that.
Hey, Oreos are off limits.
It was wild. I don't know what the fuck that was.
I wonder if carnies have, like, because they think about it, if someone is a big fatty goes on the slide and they fuck themselves off down the bottom, they have to radio to somebody to say that a fatty's done that. But they can't say, hey, another morbidly obese fucking idiot in a small town has completely fucked themselves up on a children's slide. Do they say, like, do they have code words? Do they have, like, there's a whale in the lagoon. There is a whale in the lagoon. Do they have, like, a...
I'm trying so hard to fucking remember the guy's name from the Hamburglar. That's what I wanted to say. I want the code word to be the Hamburglar. No, so fucking. Now that you're all saying this, I'm realizing my mother's maiden name is Carney, and I wonder what kind of backstory that has.
Oh my god.
I know.
Oh my.
I've never thought about that.
I have a really close family friend that I've known my whole life whose last name is Carney. And if they are related in any way, I'll have to kill you. No, I want to kill you. But it'd be crazy.
When we're off air, I have a story and a half to tell you, but I cannot tell it on air.
Oh, God. All right. Where we at? We must talk about this, because if they're related, it'd be crazy. Because he was like... Jesus. Is this you, Jeremy?
Me.
Oh, my God,
I know.
over there. Look at you today.
You know what's funny? I have a fly down in my basement. I don't know if you saw me going.
I heard him. I said, it sounded like you farted.
I thought it was him again, but I could only hear it in one ear this time. I was like, what was that?
Damn, that's a big fly, dude, because I heard it loud and clear. He came by and he was like, N-word. Jesus Christ. So did you survive the carnival? What is your kid must love that, huh? Like at his age, he must be.
Oh, he had a blast. He had a good time. There were some things, like some rides he didn't want to do. Like they had a tilt-a-whirl there. I wanted to do that, but I didn't get to do it. None of the carnies wanted to be there. There was only one that was like really happy to be there. The rest of them were like, "No, the fucking Pepperell sucks." I don't know, man.
I've been noticing. I've been noticing with my kid, I've been trying to do a lot more things. Well, my wife is doing a lot more things with him than I'm. Oh, let's pause. You okay, Jeremy? You got something going on over there?
No, I'm just fucking... everything's fine.
Everything's...
So it turns out that beeping noise earlier was my brother backing up the U-Haul truck. But then he couldn't figure out how to get the parking brake off, so he called me to figure it out. And then I just dropped my phone about 7 times trying to do it. It was not important at all. But I was like, he knows I'm on a podcast. Why the fuck is he calling me?
Nice. You should fight him on air.
He couldn't figure out how to put the parking brake on?
Off.
I mean,
there's like a pull release.
It's a release?
Like a pull, have you have like a pull for like a trunk?
Yep.
Like you push the parking brake down and then you pull a separate button.
Oh, really? That's weird.
It's not funny. Yeah, it is a little weird, but
I was gonna say like every car is pretty much the same, but I guess all right, U-Haul. I've never driven one, so all right.
No, emergency brakes are fucking all over the place.
2 days ago, I crashed the U-Haul, or 2 weeks ago, I crashed the U-Haul. I sideswiped the FedEx truck like fully, and then I took the mirror was just like fucking doing its thing, the right mirror, and I was like, I'm gonna wait 10 seconds. If nobody comes, nobody saw it, and I'm gonna keep going.
And now you're on the internet talking about it. You're great.
I don't care. I got the insurance. I don't care. It's not my responsibility. I talk about it on stage, guys. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, that is incredible.
Can't wait to see how we edit that.
Yeah.
We don't.
We just had me taking a phone call.
So I was on a carnival kick here. I've been trying to get my kid into more things because growing up with the immigrant parents I had, we didn't do anything. And I didn't realize that was going to be... Like my wife, this is a small thing, but friends were potty training one of my kids, and my wife decorated the bathroom, got a sticker chart, tried to teach him. My parents were like, you now get smashed in the face whenever you don't pee in the toilet, so you're going to want to pee in the toilet. And that was how I potty trained. We're going to Storyland. I've never been to Storyland.
Oh.
And we're going to take the kid there. So there, I'm trying to find...
I would hope. It'd be funny if you're like, we're leaving the kid at home.
Yeah, I mean, there are people that do that. I know people that go to Disney World. People go to Disney World without kids.
Disney's different. Storyland, I would call the police.
Maybe they do go to that. I don't know. I had a joke I was trying to make work about Disneyland because there's a guy I know that abandoned his kids, and he's obsessed with Disney World, which is so funny.
Yes, we've talked about this. Yep. Now, here's the thing. I hate to admit, I'm a Disney adult for sure.
You're one of those?
I love it.
Hate
There's
kids.
nothing makes me happier.
Wow.
Listen, I got a vasectomy. I hate kids.
Jesus, hate kids, love Disney World. That.
But it's the same thing of like I didn't do it growing up, so like now I'm like I'm gonna do it now.
That's interesting. I gotta look into that more. Abandon some kids, because that'd be funny for me to be able to say to you, that's the Disney person. Because I don't want to actually call out the person who did that, because it's true.
I think you already did on a previous podcast, actually.
Probably. I gotta stop. I'm a mess. Is that your little corgi's feet I hear? That thing is...
Can you hear it?
It sounds cute, which is annoying. That a dog's...
It's very cute.
It sounds like it's marching, constantly marching.
So we're on the patio right now. I don't know if you were here. My brother's got shit in my room and he's moving out, so he's in my room and I just went to the patio. And he's just like walking around trying to... Yeah, that's exactly what's happening right now.
Damn.
On like a 10 by 10 patio.
Yeah.
I should have put a camera on him. That would have been a cuter video feed for this podcast.
That would, yeah, he's the fucking man on there. Do you, how often does he get new followers? Like, is your phone, like, you go on his thing, you're like, damn, there's a lot more notifications on his thing than my thing.
Oh, yeah, if he posts, it blows up. He gets, like, one a day at least. Like, he gets nothing extreme, but a steady stream of followers.
Wow.
Yeah, he's getting more than me. I just get a lot of, like, porn bots. I don't know if y'all get those, too.
No, that's why I realized is once we start exactly, it's definitely you, because once we started tagging you in photos, all the things that we get, yeah, you're getting those because of your search history. is why they're coming after you. Like, do you guys have a bunch of OnlyFans fake models that are going out? Like, no, you have to be someone they think they'll get.
Touche. We can. Hey, but also, like, I got to a point where, like, I used to block them, then I was like, I mean, followers are followers, guys. Like, the numbers are numbers, so I let them follow me now. That's so funny. Because I mean, I've only been tagged in stuff that I've been in, so I'm like, yeah, you guys get them too.
No, it's just you. Yeah, I have a friend who has a specific when I die list. You have to take my laptop and you have to put it in battery acid. It's very clear. He's told me at a young age that when he dies, that's the first thing I do. Don't call the police. Don't do it. Don't call an ambulance. Get rid of the laptop before anything else. And I feel like you're in a similar position. I feel like that should be on. Do not look, mother, into what I'm actually. If all this stuff I say on a podcast, could you imagine what I'm hiding on this laptop?
That's what I was gonna say. Is I tell everything on stage or on a podcast. So like, what the fuck does it matter at that point?
Well, it does.
Is it Crime Dog?
Ask Jared Fogle. No.
Crime Doc? Oh.
No. No, you know what though?
He's not bad enough to get on a 60 Minutes episode, guys. Calm down.
Yeah, no, I have a friend named Sean McNiff, and I did jujitsu with him, and we called him Crime Dog because his name was McNiff.
Bleep that.
No, he didn't do that. He was. I should say that he did not tell me to get rid of his laptop.
What? 10
I
years?
know. I miss him. I love him. He was a fucking... I wrestled with him in high school, and I did jiu-jitsu with him after high school. And he did jiu-jitsu for, like... We were in high school. We were one weight class a bunch, and we would be like... like I would win one day, he'd win one day. Like, we were very even. So I went into jiu-jitsu. I was like, man, I know how to beat Sean. I know how to get him. And he killed me. Because he ended up being a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and man, that is like it's about as much as you can kill somebody as being a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I don't think anything else makes you more killable. I was not a black belt. Wayne, did you do classes at all? Did you ever do jiu-jitsu?
No, I tried to get my son into jiu-jitsu. My wife did a little bit. Neither of them stuck with it.
Yeah, I remember that.
We're gonna disrespect the purple belt in the room. I'm sorry.
Purple belt. Oh my god.
Purple belt.
That's a high level, baby.
I genuinely did it for 10 years. I did it, and then I did weapons training. I gave up on belts because I just did weapons training, which I loved. Wow. I still have a lot of those weapons.
Damn, gave up after purple belt though. Who was it under?
Like the sensei?
Yeah, it was a school.
It was East Taunton Kempo Karate under Sensei O'Malley. No, not O'Malley. Fuck, something, and I feel bad. And then Sensei Raffi in Rhode Island. They took it seriously. It was not like a buy your belt thing. I wish I would have been a fucking black belt. I got my ass whooped all day.
Well, I mean, you
day
did 10 years to purple belt. They took it seriously. They weren't going to just give the belt out.
They were not. They failed me. They were happy to fail me if they wanted to. My younger brother, who was like foot or two smaller than me and 2 years younger than me, was way more advanced than me. He made it to like, I think he made it to black or double brown or something. Like he was on the cusp of black if he didn't make it. He had weapons that were twice the size of him. He fucking did it, and I would just got my ass whooped all day every day.
Damn, what weapons you?
And now I do comedy. Yeah, you do, sais, you do nunchucks, you do, the sickles, you do it all.
Could you imagine you're just on stage and some guy in the crowd's like, you talk too fast, and you're like, nah!
I just pulled nunchucks out of my back pocket.
Who was the governor that was running for president? He's like, we're going to take New Jersey.
No!
Who was that? It was the
I don't know. This is a reference I should know. But.
Dean Cain?
Dean Cain?
Is that what it is?
No,
he's an actor.
Dean Cain's an actor. It's Dean something, though, isn't it?
It was Dean something.
Well,
that was so good. That was such a good video.
You got it? All right.
If you type in Byaaahhhh, it'll come right up. What is this guy's name? Howard Dean.
Howard Dean.
Howard Dean?
Oh, I'm going to play it in the background. I'm going to play it. Can you guys hear audio when I'm doing this? Can you hear anything right now?
I got nothing.
No.
Oh, damn. It goes right into my helmet, though. I'm going to listen to it. I don't give a fuck.
What was his name again?
I can get it up.
Howard Dean.
This 2004, the scream that doomed Howard Dean. I love this.
You got it, ready?
Oh my...
You know something?
He's so confident.
You know something? If you had told us 1 year ago that we were going to come in third in Iowa, we would have given anything for that. And you know something? You know something? Not only are we going to New Hampshire, Tom Harkin, we're going to
Tom
South
Harkin.
Carolina and Oklahoma and Arizona and North Dakota and New Mexico. We're going to California and Texas and New York. And we're going to South Dakota and Oregon and Washington and Michigan. And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House.
We got the clip this week. Oh my god.
That is what doomed him too. That was such a good speech until he did that.
I mean, literally,
So good until he did that.
CNN calls it 2004, the scream that doomed Howard Dean.
Yeah.
There's a whole Wikipedia page called Dean Scream.
Have you seen have you seen the Chappelle Show Howard Dean thing? That's Wayne.
No.
Fucking. After the thing, Dave Chappelle redoes that speech. Oh
So
my
good.
god.
Black Howard Dean. Oh my god, I
Black
can't wait.
Howard Dean. Yeah, it's pretty fucking good.
That's so good.
All right, I want to listen to that now. So let's wrap this podcast
I
up.
was gonna say we gotta wrap this up anyway. So
Yeah, Wednesday there's a show at the at the Point.
Wednesday at the Point, either 6:30, I think 6 or 7, somewhere in that realm. Great showcase. Anthony will be on it, and then Wayne will be on a future week. TBD.
Are you gonna be there?
Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, I'm there every Wednesday. I
Nice.
set up and then do a set list set list. So,
Sweet.
got that, and then also just gonna lightly plug Katrobus's classes on Mondays if anyone wants to join.
Yes, I will be there, and I will say things that sound smart, but under introspection, you'll realize they're stupid.
Perfect. Wayne, you got anything to plug?
No, I'm gonna try to make it to the class on Monday. I'm actually quiet in terms of shows until the last week in June, so I'm gonna try to hit some open mics and when I can. So
You or anybody else, hit me up if you want to do it. I got 3 mics I run a week, so.
You hear that, you grimy,
now, huh?
grimy little messengers on Facebook? Going, can I have a spot? We all do it. Do it to Jeremy.
I'll
now.
do it. Yeah, do it. Bother me. I'll ignore you if I want to. I don't care. But yeah, I'll give you a spot.
That's right. And our domain died from Open Mic Pain. So if you send messages to spots at Open Mic Pain, it won't go anywhere anymore. So if you want to be on a show, email spots at openmicpain.com. Good night, everybody!